Hi, and welcome to 647, 6 stories for 7 a.m. because there's a famine of truth in our land. And this is your quick news fix. And the truth starts now. My gosh, it's the Friday leading into Labor Day weekend, an extra day off. Not going back to work till Tuesday. It doesn't get any better than that. So let's kick it off. Take one. Trump's economy blows past all expectations. The economists are predicting low numbers and a recession. Trump is not. He is front-loading with billions in tariffs. He is mid-loading with trillions of manufacturing investment and factories and plants being built as we speak. And he is backloading with millions of jobs that are going to come to all of those plants and factories and create this dynamic flow of income and opportunity that is going to raise all boats in the economy. Gross domestic product is up 3.3% in the second quarter. The Commerce Department said it would be lucky to hit 3.3. Households are spending more in the second quarter on healthcare, pharmaceuticals, and dining out. Domestic income rose by 4.8%, and the Fed, our boy Jerome, is whispering a rate drop in September. All he had to do was whisper that, and the stock market went through the roof. Come on, Jerome. Stop trying to hold Trump back. You can't do it. All right, take two. Iran's Ayatollah Khamenei demands national unity. So when you're the leader of a country and you're demanding national unity, you got no national unity after the orange roughie proved Khamenei was not a god. On August 17th, it was the beginning of a national holiday in Iran known as, get ready, Government Week. Warms your cockles, doesn't it? Only this time, week is spelled W-E-A-K. Trump's glass parking lot plan for their nuke machine has left Khamenei as a toothless tiger. He says U.S. wants Iran to be obedient to them and that the Iranian nation is deeply offended by this. This boy is shooting blanks, and many factions are starting to move in for the kill to take over power. Still, Khamenei insists that the 12-day war was a resounding victory for Iran. Who knows? Maybe this guy could be the next Biden. All right, take three. You're going to love this. $20,000 security allowance for each member of Congress. Why, you ask? Well, in 2024, there were 9,500 threats against members of Congress. And members of Congress are nervous. The legacy media is preaching hate sermons all day, every day against Trump and telling Americans that he is taking away all of their rights. Online searches have a decidedly leftist bias, and social science analysis of shooters reports they are 97% male, that goes with the narrative, 51% white, that definitely goes with the narrative, and 100% in crisis. The majority experiencing childhood trauma, but all studies stay far away from non-narrative confirming manifestos like mass child killing in the past 7 years, shows a trans marker for the majority. The other marker is that the majority of shooters align with the left. So Congress is nervous. Each member is being given $20,000 to upgrade their security and $5,000 a week for personal security. The program launched this month. Most members feel more vulnerable in their home districts than they do in D.C., especially now that No King's Trump has taken charge of the whole place. All members would like the rhetoric to be toned down until the lights and the cameras get on them. Then it's no holds barred. All right, now we got to get serious about something. The Annunciation church shooting. Kristi Noem, the Secretary of DHS, put this note out. We have confirmed that the shooter at Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis, Minnesota, was a 23-year-old man claiming to be transgender. He was claiming to be a woman named Robin. This deranged monster targeted our most vulnerable young children praying in their first morning mass of the school year. This deeply sick murderer scrawled the words, "For the children," and "Where is your God?" and "Kill Donald Trump" on the sides of the magazines that he was using in his rifle. This level of violence is unthinkable. Our deepest prayers are with the children, parents, families, educators, and Christians everywhere. We mourn with them. We pray for healing, and we will never forget them. So, nice message from Kristi. Now, here's my message. Everything about this tragedy is horrible, especially the fact that it all could have been prevented. The corporate media hoaxing regarding the motive of the shooter is particularly evil. Robert Westman, a 23-year-old man who attended this school as a child, was a person in crisis. And Minnesota culture promoted transgender change to being a girl called Robin would bring him happiness. And none of this brought him happiness. So he decided he would get attention another way. By killing innocent children, he would show everyone how unhappy he was with the lie he was encouraged to act out. The lunatic, leftist corporate media promoting the lie of transgender happiness defies the pattern recognition in the Christian child massacring events. Christian kids are generally happy kids. Trans kids are not. They're troubled. By the time they hit their 20s, they pretty much know that the choice they made and were encouraged to make in the hope of finding happiness is devoid of joy. Someone needs to pay for that mistake. Robert Westman was a trans in crisis. The Nashville Christian School shooter was an unhappy trans in crisis. The Lakewood Church shooter was an unhappy trans in crisis. The Colorado Springs shooter identified as non-binary. The Denver shooter was a trans in crisis. The Aberdeen shooter was a trans in crisis. The Iowa high school shooter was a trans activist. The left continues to promote this lie, and Christians and kids are paying the price. President Trump, it is time for an intervention on this whole tragic fiasco. Please get to it. Take 5. Comey's personal server. Months after James Too Tall Eagle Scout Comey refused to charge Hillary Clinton during the 2016 election for using a private, unauthorized personal server to transmit classified info via email. It turns out Comey and his top brass at the FBI were all using personal email accounts to leak classified information to leftist journalists. A criminal probe in 2019 named Tropic Vortex sought access to these personal emails. Surprisingly, access was denied by the still predominantly Biden Justice Department. Then the FBI shut down Tropic Vortex because we can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
And we had two non-performing AGs that were working with Trump, and that's all just awful. Last week, new declassified memos disclosed various leaks to leftist journalists by Comey. Comey denied all this under oath in congressional testimony. Yeah, congressional testimony. He's lying before Congress. So more disclosed documents and thumb drives this past week indicate that Obama was ordering Comey to protect Hillary's presidential campaign and to stop the email investigation. This is the hope and change we were promised, right? Okay, take 6. Let's focus on these damn immigrants this Labor Day. I want you to meet Nadim Bajwa, 58, and came here from Pakistan. He went to college in Indiana and delivered pizza for Papa John's at $4.25 an hour to make a living. Bajwa came here in his early 20s. The flight from Pakistan was his first flight ever. He came alone. He was not fluent in English. He knew nobody. That first summer, he worked 3 jobs: dishwasher in the mornings, then delivered pizza till the evening, and then worked the late shift at Taco Bell. He learned the pizza business. He learned the franchise business, and he eventually managed 3 Papa John's. Then in 2002, he opened his first Papa John's pizza. And after 6 months, it was such a rip-roaring success that he opened another one. Now he's got 2. And then a few months later, he opened 3. Now he's got 5. And in 2024, Bajko Group signed an agreement with Papa John's to open 50 new stores in 2024 and 2025. Bajwa has developed a call center business, a construction company, an offshore accounting firm, and hopes to have 500 restaurant franchise locations in the next 10 years. He says everything started with delivering pizza. That's the doggone American dream. You come here legally. You work as hard as you can. You look and you observe and you figure things out. And with a little luck, and there's nothing like perspiration to make you lucky, you can move ahead. You can have the American dream. And Mr. Bajwa has done that. He is a roaring success. And we talked about Camping World. Another immigrant came here and has 500 locations. I mean, it's just absolutely astounding. And it's what this country was known for. Except when the left takes over, they choke that off like a child in a crib, and they make it impossible for people to get ahead because they want to control all the opportunity. Well, that's not what the founders had in mind. They wanted hard work to be rewarded, and that's what Bajwa and Mr. Lemonis from Camping World, they are showing us that we're not anti-immigrant. We want you to come here legally, and we want you to take advantage of all the freedom and opportunity. And we want presidents like Trump and his brilliant cabinet to get rid of all these regulations that choke off the ability to have opportunity. So that's the American dream. That's what we're all hoping for. And guess what? We're honoring everyone's labor this Labor Day. It's Friday. We're going right through to Tuesday. You don't have to be back at work until Tuesday, unless you're a schmuck like me who's going to work all the way through it. That's okay. I like work. And you know why? Because if you share us and you comment and you like us and you tell your friends about us and you use this new link that Jess has created for 647 at the request of the Passaros, and they're like giving me feedback. I say, I need comments. You know what? They call me and say, we want to share this with everybody, but it's too hard to do. Can't you just give us a link? And I mouthed off and said, I'll have you a link by the end of the day. Yeah, well, no, all the different tech companies I have to work with drive me out of my effing mind. But that's okay. Frustration never killed anybody. Trust me. Anyway, it's all going to get fixed eventually, and the distribution is going to be great. Why are we doing this now? Because we're going to be putting out a newsletter. We're going to be putting out premium products that still won't cost you anything, but you won't want to miss any of it. And it's all going to start next month, despite the fact that all of my tech partners want to thwart me, but they can't thwart me because God has his hand over me. And it's going to be good, and it's going to be good for you, and you're going to have a great Labor Day weekend, and God bless you. Have a great time. Later.